I'd like to welcome you to King Career Center's very first veterinary science class. We're the first one in the state of Alaska at the high school level. And what I like to do is prepare my students for entry-level veterinary jobs, which includes kennel workers, receptionists, and veterinary assistants. This is the very first time it's ever been offered, and it coincides with Mat-Su University of Alaska. One of our pugs is down below here at my feet. Mat-Su College's veterinary assistant program. They're also going to start a vet tech program. My students here learn a combination of people skills along with animal handling skills, animal medicine, first aid, and clinical skills that are transferable to human medicine. Today we had guest speakers. We had Debbie Ross and two of her friends in with their dogs to talk about dog training, conformation, and dealing with difficult to handle owners and their dogs.
My name is Debbie Ross. I sit on the advisory board for King Career Center's veterinary services, which I think is an awesome program. I came in today to give them some behavior tips on what a vet tech may run into, and because a lot of times the vets aren't schooled in a lot of these things, these behaviors, and it's the people on the front line there that are able to help the people with their behaviors.
Well, I really like it, and I started this program because my aunt works at the school district and she told me about it, and I was considering just taking all the medical classes I could over at Benny Benson because I want to get to vet college down in Colorado, and I'm starting college in January for animal behavioral, and when she told me about this class I got really excited. And it teaches you a lot. It goes through all the obedience, everything for a workshop to work at a vet's office or grooming. It pretty much gives you the basics for everything you need.
Well, I just moved here, and so when I was deciding what I wanted to do with school, and I found out that they did a veterinary program, and that's all I've ever wanted to be, I just instantly jumped at it, and it's really fun getting to learn about all the different fields of veterinary science and everything, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's like a big family in this classroom, so that's kind of nice.
I chose this class mostly because I wanted to learn more about the animals that I do have at home. I learned so much of warning symptoms for different diseases for my dogs, and I learned how to train my dogs. I know what to do. This place gives you a lot of opportunities. It gives you career experience. It teaches you what you need to know and how you need to do it. And so it's a great opportunity.
The students that come to King Career Center get a different type of education. They learn what employers want. My program has 16 different community members that tell me what students need to learn to be competitive in the job field. So the students hear it from the community, what they need to know to be competitive.
You know, my two older kids went here in tourism and photography. And my oldest daughter used those, tourism. She drove for Gray Line for many years. And my daughter here is in the culinary program. And the cream puffs are to die for. And so, yeah, the King Career Center is a wonderful opportunity for these teenagers.
The students learn those specific skills and the technical skills, the communication skills, the job skills that are in demand. So it's above and beyond what you can learn from a textbook. They also have direct contact with the employers themselves. We have a tight connection with our advisory board. My students go to their businesses and learn directly from the employers.
All the different things they have, natural resources and photography and the culinary and cosmetology, child care. It's really awesome to be able to have this program, and the vet techs, which would be my favorite.
We do become a very close family because we all work together on certain projects, and you are constantly having a good time. I come here and I smile every time I come here because I know I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Or I might learn something that I do know, but I'll learn it in detail. So it's very fun.
In a previous episode of All Around ASD, we showed how Northwood ABC Elementary worked together with the Alaska Aces to support the school's Skate into Reading program. 4 of the Aces hockey players showed up to the school where they read a book to the children, played games, and held an assembly where kids were encouraged to read, eat well, exercise, and get a good night's rest. At the end of the assembly, the Aces gave the school 50 free tickets to help encourage kids to read. The school also did a fundraiser for an Aces night so that families, teachers, and their children could all attend a game together.
They gave us 50 free tickets to use an incentive for our students to encourage them to read. We are also doing a fundraiser for our school that we're going to be doing an Aces night, and that's actually also a military appreciation night, so our students can go and see a little bit about the military as well and honor them. But it's a night for our families to get together and really appreciate being together and see the Aces game as a whole school.
Just 2.5 weeks later, that vision became a reality as the parents, students, teachers, and staff of Northwood ABC Elementary gathered together at the Aces game. Something stood out during that game. Yes, the Aces won a victory that night, but what really stood out was that it wasn't a school sitting there in those seats. Those teachers and parents and children were all there together as part of a much bigger family, and that was the real victory. If there's something you'd like to see in an upcoming episode of All Around ASD, we want to know. Please email us at ASD-TV@asdk12.org.